getting, is this a flirt that I've missed? It was a flirt that I've missed.
You're cock blocking the girl. I was just like, go away.
I'm getting the thongs on.
Yep.
Thongs
being the flip-flops for the American. Yeah.
Not my G-string.
I've got time, but I can't be fucked. Then I'm going to complain about it. Arms get stuck and you think, what's that? Paddy, can I get out of this? He gets his foot in the chicken and he's dancing with the chicken on his foot. You know, doing a booty dance, and then Derek starts dancing with her. It's like, how can you just, you're just dancing with Julia Stiles. How can you just forget about it?
That's me in the corner.
That's me in the spotlight, losing my mojo.
Wax on, wax off.
Cigarettes.
Excellent.
Hello and welcome, Midlifers. We're your hosts, Bon
And Mez.
and this is our weekly podcast where it's not self-help but more help yourself to a smorgasbord of laughter, nostalgia and a deep dive into the past.
Welcome, listeners, to our second episode of the year. We are starting off with our first Don't Be a Dick segment. Don't be a dick at a nightclub. Not that we go clubbing anymore, but
This is back in the day.
back in the day. We're going to have a midlifer moment talking about being a frumpy mum and just losing our mojo. We'll make it fun. Who did it better? Girls just want to have fun versus Save the Last Dance, 2 dancing movies. Some are cringe, some are great. Let's go.
Let's jump in.
Woohoo! So you look like a dick to me, so everybody just listen to me. This is how not to be a dick.
Don't be a dick.
At a nightclub. Remember those days when we'd go clubbing till all hours of the morning?
Yes. It was only 10 years ago I was still clubbing.
Oh, were you?
I had a resurgence into the club scene.
In your single days.
Yeah, so it was funny because, I think clubs are divided into 3 things. There's your underage club, there's your over 18s, and then there's your over 25s. Actually, now over 35s is where I ventured into.
Yeah. Oh,
It was a bit, everyone was on Voltaren.
okay.
It was a bit slower.
We used to go slower pace. It finished at 11 o'clock.
Oh, the stamina.
The
Stamina you would have to build to last. I remember at 18, it was 4, 5, 6 in the morning.
Yes, yeah.
And when I was going over 35s, and it was like, do you want to get some food? Let's get some food.
Yes. And when you did the after food thing at the nightclub, you'd have, Macca's at 5 o'clock in the morning. Nothing. It'd be fine. It's like your body wouldn't feel it. Cause
We would have a hot tea after over 35. Depending on how drunk, I was either vomiting in the toilet or I would grab a tea and have a debrief. Tea and a debrief.
Different than a Macca's run. All right. So at a nightclub, how people dicks and how can they not be dicks?
I'd like to think that we weren't dicks as patrons per se.
Yep.
But I found I had dickish behaviour.
Okay.
Or I observed dickish behaviour. So don't be a dick. I'm going to start with being kind to the staff. So the bar staff, the bus boys, bus girls, the cloakroom people. Just don't think it's that whole, you should know who I am or this and that. It's like, pay your dues.
Yeah.
Just be like everyone else.
Well, one of my don't be dicks is to the people that work there, more particularly the security, the door bitches that think they're so good and, are in charge of letting people in. Come on. Just pull your head in. Okay, get off your power trip. So
we got rejected. We got rejected at the Palace. Remember the retro night at the Palace in St Kilda?
Yeah.
And we were told, no, you can't go in because there's only parties here. And we caught a taxi from Mill Park to St Kilda, and we had to get the taxi back to take us to the metro.
I was going to say, why don't we just go elsewhere? So we did go elsewhere.
We did, but because St Kilda was that little far out. And she rejected us, I don't know, because of how we looked or whatever. How rude. I know. I don't know how far we've travelled.
In saying that, being young women, there weren't many times we were rejected from nightclubs.
No.
I dare say, I think my husband will probably attest to this, guys would be rejected 100 times more than that.
I remember I got rejected from one of our grungy clubs we went to. The girl, there's always a woman with me, and she just said I was drunk and I was the sober one of the night. I don't know, I was designated. And I'm like, me? I go, and she goes, I saw you bump into the wall. I'm like, oh. But then the guy, you and another friend were already inside.
Yeah.
And the guy goes, get in, because we were a big group. And I wasn't humble.
This should go without saying, but don't be a dick and pinch girls' asses on the dance floor.
Just keep your hands to yourself.
yourself.
And I don't know, back in the day in the early 2000s, and just getting groped on the dance floor was a common thing.
And it's weird because we hated it.
Yeah.
But it was just part and parcel. Like
You just fob it off, whatever.
Yes, I do like that nowadays. It's like people call it out much more. So,
well, I called it out. It's funny because I went to a bar over 35 and a guy was throwing water at a girl. And I'm just like, hey, I vocalized, like, you need to stop because that's inappropriate. And she was just laughing. And I was like, well, did I step in for the wrong reasons? Are you enjoying is this a flirt that I've missed? It was a flirt that I've missed. But don't throw water on a dance floor.
And it's like, you're cock blocking the girl. I was just like, wait, I'm in. What else you got?
When making your way through a crowd, don't just barge your way unless you're not being heard. You have to have, I believe, a posture of authority.
What the? Can you demonstrate this for me?
Half the seas and move, for funds is coming through. No, I just think instead of just pushing your way through, there can be a politeness, and like even when you're dancing in a group, don't just walk through the middle of a circle. I don't know.
Yes,
you know where I'm coming from.
I do know you're coming. I didn't come to mind, but I do know where you're coming from. And that's like within any crowded situation, even at a concert and stuff. You can do it by sort of like you get in there, get a hand in there without barging it.
The hand.
You need the hand to part the seas. But I've got about the circle. When girls are dancing a circle, there's most likely a big collection of bags in the middle. Do not walk through it because you'll be treading on out of stuff. And
like, because you don't want to pay for the cloakrooms anymore. Yeah. Just leave your bags and your coats anywhere.
we
would always sticky on the floor.
Yeah, we would have a big pile of them on the floor, and then you put it on a bench or whatever. Luckily, we never got robbed. And these are the days before mobile phones, I think. So we didn't have.
Oh no, there were mobile phones. Mobile phones came out when I was at uni.
Oh, okay. Do we have other nightclubs? We must have.
But it wasn't that. Yeah, they were out, but we just didn't care for them.
I know. Just leave our stuff anywhere we could. Also, don't be a dick. If you see a few girls sort of having fun doing their stupid dances, sometimes you're just in the mood to do stupid dances.
Yeah,
with
just
your
be a
friends.
fool.
Be a fool. Don't join in.
It's funny you say that because I read something online of how like pick your vibe with the girl if she's ready to pick up. Yeah. So if she's in a group of three or less, they're after picking up.
Oh, okay.
If they're in a bigger group, more chances they're only after a good time having fun with each other. Now, to the other side of it, Mez, I encourage people to be brave.
Yeah.
So if you want to approach someone that you're attracted to, be brave and approach them.
Mm-hmm.
I used to get annoyed by wing men or wing women.
Oh, yeah.
And I used to be of the thought of, if you're attracted to me, if you want to ask me out, do it yourself.
Yeah.
I understand it's scary, but I think by about 24, 25, I was sick of people not having courage in approaching me.
Yeah,
I was like, please. I remember at a bar and a wing woman approached me. She goes, my friend really likes you. I go, can you get him to approach me? And he didn't.
Oh.
And it was a turn on.
Yeah. I agree with that. That's good.
But now I think maybe she was hitting on me.
Well, you missed out there once. Well, here's another good one. Do enjoy the drunk chick talk in the toilets. Isn't that like the highlight of the night? Where you're just in the toilets talking to some random chick. You're like, I love your outfit. And, this guy's a loser. That's like the best times.
I love the complimentary toilet talk.
Oh, yes. It's the best.
Yeah.
So do
engage in it. And it's like, I don't know, not that young people are listening to us, but just be in the moment. Don't be a dick and just always be on your phone, this and that. Be in the moment because it's so much fun.
Oh, it is.
Don't let time pass you by.
That's old people speak right there.
It's true. The amount of it's true because you have a lot of fun by putting your phone away.
Yes. Here's the one. Don't be a dick and freak out when the ugly lights come on. You don't get to that time of night, especially if like you're desperate and you pick up like right at the end and the ugly lights come on and it's like, So I probably could have been a dick in that respect. It's like, see you later.
You know what? Like this thing about the ugly light.
Yeah.
Who were so young. Had the youth on our sides. We had nothing to worry
The
about.
way we looked in the ugly lights is how I would look in the best light of day at the moment. I'll give anything to be like that. That's our don't be a dick at a nightclub. Obviously,
Do nightclubs still exist?
we don't know. We don't know what's going. We don't know what's trending with the young ones nowadays. I think we should. There is a thing I have seen on socials about nightclubs or nights out at nightclubs specifically for our age group where they play our music.
And it's during the day.
It's during the day or it
Yes.
starts earlier. So let's get on to that.
We could do that.
We should do that. And if we do, we'll talk about it. Any other Don't Be a Dick content ideas? Anything you really hate that people do? Please send us some messages. We'd love to hear from you.
That's me in the corner.
That's me in the spotlight, losing my mojo. A mojo's gone.
It's gone, Miz.
Without us realizing it. All of a sudden, a recent holiday, I've realized I've entered the frumpy mum era and I freaking hate it. When did we get so frumpy? When did we lose our mojo?
I just thought I'd be the cool mum, but I'm not. I'm a mum.
Can I just ask about that? We were never that cool. So what made you think you'd be a cool mum?
I was so dorky I would be cool. But
Okay.
I knew I wouldn't be cool to my kids, but I never thought that how I view myself
Okay.
would go down.
I think you're right. You're not dorky. Oh, we are dorky. Yeah, I'm
Miss,
dorky, but
It goes to, I'll start with the footwear choices, okay?
yeah.
All right. I haven't bought a pair of Crocs yet, but whenever it's school pickup, I'm in a rush. I'm getting the thongs on.
Yep.
Thong
being
thong.
the flip-flops for the American. Yeah.
Not my G-string.
It's a school run. Let's put the G-string on.
But like I'm always in my thongs, no pedicure, or in my New Balance runners before they were cool, the daggy daddy ones.
Yeah.
And it's always a rush and there's no effort. And when I do put effort, it's like meh.
Yeah. I don't know. It's weird. I think it can be what sort of mind frame you're in. Because last week when we did the vox pop at the tennis, like we were comfortable, casual, and we looked all right.
Yeah, but that's because we weren't in a rush. Kids were being babysat.
Yeah.
We could think of ourselves.
Yeah.
But if we were having our kids around us,
Yeah.
I wouldn't look as good as I was. And I remember when I had my daughter, she would have a lot of tantrums. And if I ever wore a dress, I'd just bend over and expose myself. Like you couldn't wear what you wanted to wear. But at the tennis, I was able to wear a skirt, whereas normally I can't.
You looked good. You look good.
Yeah, so do you.
Thank you. But here's the thing of like when it's the mum time to be mum, especially in your case when the kids are younger, it's all about practicality. It's about putting yourself last.
It's about survival. Survival to get out the house, man. It's about getting out the house.
Yeah, and about getting stuff done. And wardrobe choices, looks goes out the back door. It's minimal.
There's no thought to plan, to coordinate, choose a handbag.
No.
It's like I'm chucking on the most comfortable pants.
Yeah.
I'm getting out.
And if you did have time, because I have a bit more time now because my kids sleep through the night, a bit older, but I'm so overloaded with everything else that still the priority of looks and that sort of thing is at the back.
Is it a mindset of making us our own priority?
Yes. How do I still like that? Yes, it is. And
I don't have time for that.
At the time, I've got time, but I can't be fucked. Then I'm going to complain about it.
It's a vicious circle.
It's like hamster wheels. I don't know.
I'd always think of the evolution of the person, how it goes from ape to person to human. And with Frumpy Mum, it goes from human down to Frump.
Downhill trajectory. With
I won't say ape because I don't think I look like an ape.
No.
But it's just from mum. What is it? What did I say before? It was from
man to monkey.
To monkey to man. Mum to Frumpy.
That's where we're at the Frumpy at the bottom.
I know.
Backwards evolution.
Well, when we leave the house, say,
yeah.
Where are we going? We're going to the supermarket. We're going to Costco. We're going to Kmart.
Yeah. Do we have to try hard for that? No.
No.
But this is where I felt it, Fonz. Last year, at the end of the year, went to Hamilton Island. Beautiful, beautiful place. Tropical, hot. So obviously I was at the pool a lot
Mm.
in my two-piece to cover my stretch marks and everything, which, can I just say, that is a bugger to take off when it's wet.
Oh, the
and
two-piece.
Two-piece, the top part, and your arms get stuck and you think, what's that moment? Paddy, can I get out of this?
Get the scissors and cut me
Every
out.
you put it on. You put it on and your boobs are stuck underneath. It's like, all right, let's go. Let's hoist them up. Scooping them into the suit. And going to the pool and then seeing the 20-year-olds. And I don't miss, we've had our times
We've
being
had
the
our
hot
heyday.
20-year-olds
Yeah.
with the tight bodies. But I feel like I'm at the complete other end of the spectrum because
Yeah,
I haven't been going to
same.
the gym much. I'm not toit anymore. My hair, which is long, which is fine, but in a climate like that, it's frizzy and just looks like crap, and I just have to put it up.
Yeah.
And I just felt so bleh.
Yeah.
And I was like, when did I start feeling bleh?
Yeah, that's true. And it's so funny because, like, back in the day, you'd wear nice bikinis or with whatever to attract the opposite sex and to look good. Whereas now I couldn't even give two hoots about attracting my husband.
Yeah.
And we should continue the fire.
That's true.
But for now, the caveman's fire is out. The mojo is gone. And where is it? It's an effort to bring it back. How to bring it back? It's an effort to do that.
Yes. So what do
What do we do? Help.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the answer is.
I have no answer because I'm trying. I'm trying to put myself first, but I still don't. And that's where I'm at. Help. Oh, God. That's depressing.
No, it wasn't.
But then I see other mothers and they do bring themselves. I have brought them. The kids,
Yeah, it does help when they're older. It's a matter of putting that first, but I don't care enough to, but I care enough to whinge about it. So
Do something. Do something.
the only person that can change it is me. Yeah?
All right, Kat.
But it's true. The only person that can change it is me. My husband can't change it. My kids can't change
No,
it.
it's you who has to change it because no one else is going to help you, Mez.
No.
You're on your own, sister. Who did it better battle? Ding, ding. Here's the thing, Mez.
Here's the thing. Oh, look. Let's go. You're ready. You're ready to rumble.
All right, Pee Wee Herman, calm down. So we've got two movies up against each other. We have got from 1985, Girls Just Want to Have Fun, and 2001, Save the Last Dance. Who did it better?
Two dance movies. I loved Girls Just Want to Have Fun. It's a
me
movie that I
too.
grew up watching.
And watched multiple times a day. I think I watched it twice a day, every day for a succession.
I've watched it enough that when I looked at the key scenes to rejig my memory, it's like I remember it all. I remember all of it.
And I don't know, there's a connection of it, and it was just a great movie.
It was a great movie.
Oh.
Yes. And obviously the star of it was the young Sarah Jessica Parker. And who knew? She was quite gymnastically abled.
Well, she
Is that
was
a
in
word?
musicals from a young child. She was starred in Annie.
Oh, okay.
So she was a child star.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
She was great in it. And
She was brilliant.
her best mate,
Helen Hunt. Lynn.
Where's she gone? Helen Hunt is another one that's disappeared.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway,
Anyway.
so they're the two main stars of it.
Or what about Shannon Doherty as Maggie?
Yes, the young sister to the brother.
I've
wasn't
got
it?
Jeff.
Jeff. He disappeared. His name was Lee Montgomery. Did you know?
Go on.
No, this was his main movie. He was a child star as well.
Oh.
But after this, he sort of went into the music side of things. But he didn't really do much afterwards.
Always was a brother in Blossom. That was
No,
Joey.
they looked very similar.
Yeah,
I
very
can see
similar
where that
look.
could be.
Very handsome young fellow.
He was handsome, had charisma.
Oh,
Dance moves. I liked it. He had the dance moves. What are you talking me? She's teasing me.
dance moves. Dance moves. He had them. All right, so dance moves.
Dance moves. Good.
What I love. You gave the wog. Just good.
It's good.
No, but what I loved about the plot of the movie was Sarah Jessica Parker was a private school girl who just wanted to be on DTV, dance TV, and her dad was really strict. And
Army army dad.
He was
wasn't
an army dad,
very
yeah. And
controlling.
she befriended Lynn, who helped her rebel to find who she is.
Yes.
And remember Lynn, she was doing a cartwheel, she was doing a dance move and she hurt herself, or someone someone foiled her.
Yeah. That's
And,
right.
But then,
Sarah Jackson
and
to the stage.
it blossomed with Lee Montgomery as Jeff and Sarah Jessica Parker, what was her name, as Janie.
Yep.
And it was just it was great.
It's great. And then you had the bitchy character. I don't know. Do you remember, I can't remember her name.
Oh,
I
God.
looked it up last night, but they did it. She was a bitchy character, always trying to basically
Double cross
everyone, and to get. I think it was the whole thing was a premise was they're auditioning for new dancers for Dance TV.
Yeah.
Sarah Jessica Parker auditioned, and this bitch, and she would always try to get in the way and hurt Janie because she knew she was a good dancer. But they gate crashed her party. Do you remember what they gave out flyers?
Yes.
She was having I don't know if it's sweet 16th or not. She looks so much older than that.
She looked 30.
Yes. Anyway. So they gave out flyers to everyone, and all being 80s, they gave it out to all these punk rockers. So the punk rockers just crashed a party, and there's this great scene where there's this punk rocker on the table doing guitar, and he gets his foot in the chicken, and he's dancing with the chicken on his foot.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's brought back a memory.
That's a good one.
But I also remember, so the sidekick to Jeff, I can't remember his name, the young nasally guy.
Silverman.
And like a girl was like this, and he's like, say, tune in Tokyo.
And he tweaked her nipples. Yeah.
God, that was
so 80s.
that was a time that we would no longer accept.
Yes.
If anyone did that to my daughter, slap him.
100%.
Slap him. I hope my daughter slaps him too.
Yeah. But that
No
was
accepting of
it's
this.
an 80s thing. And do you remember the nun doing the pommel horse?
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God.
Yes. So obviously she tried to rebel, and at the end they have the big dance off. Who's going to be the new dancer?
Yeah.
And a lot of gymnastic moves, great dancing,
Yeah.
a lot of fun.
Fluoro.
Yep, she was wearing these awesome
It was
pink
just, it was
shorts.
a simple storyline that really resonated with the teenage self.
Yes. And I will say this, looking back at it now, obviously a lot of 80s movies are cringe
Yeah, they
now.
haven't aged well.
But this one, like, I know the dance moves aren't the best, but
It's still had a good
comparison to others,
storyline.
yeah, it's still a good storyline. It's still fun. The dance moves are okay compared to other dance movies, which we'll get into next. It's held up well.
Yeah, I agree.
So I like
But then, we're now going to jump to Save the Last Dance
with
starring
Julia Stiles.
Julia Stiles.
I'm not a fan of her.
Do you know what? I was thinking about her, and she doesn't have the classic movie star looks. She's kind of how she portrays herself. I'm not going to say physical, but it's very. I
Wooden.
find it.
Yeah.
Not
For me, it's wooden.
for me. It's not wooden. It's just very lax.
Yeah. I find her a bit expressionless, and she holds too much, and I find it boring to watch. Like, there's not enough emotion. She's not emotive.
Yeah, a bit like Kristen Stewart from back in the day.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very similar, just holding back. And like, if you want to be, for me, I want more. Give me more.
Give me more.
She leaves me wanting more.
Well,
Yeah.
maybe that's a good thing.
No, it turns me off. It turns me off.
And so Derek was played by Sean Patrick Thomas.
Yes. The plot of this is she is a ballet dancer wanting to get to Juilliard.
Yeah.
And on the way to the audition, her mum gets into a car accident.
Yes, and dies.
Oh,
Bum,
isn't
bum.
that bad? So then she goes to, I think they were based in New York, so then she moves to a town where everything's a bit different for her. She's the only white girl.
Yeah.
So can we get into the cringe scenes? So, she's got a ballet background, and this is all R&B dancing, and it's got the scene where what's his character's name?
Derek.
Derek, okay, is trying to teach her how to be cool. So he's like, sit in a chair like this and lean back. And she's like, So we're leaning back. For those of you who aren't watching, we're leaning back in a chair. He's like saying, got to be, more ghetto and be cool. And then the scenes where he's teaching her to be cool are like the most awkward things to watch. We will be putting them up because these have not aged well.
There's a different time back then or a different movie genre. But I remember the sister. The sister introduced her. Yeah, and Derek's sister, that is.
Yep.
And she wasn't happy, though, that Derek and her were together, was she?
I don't think she was.
No.
Yeah. But
Anyway,
yeah.
I digress.
I don't know if you remember, I watched this last night, the scene. So Derek and what's Julia Stiles' character?
The Sarah,
Derek
or
and
Sarah, Sarah.
I don't know. Derek and Sarah, let's see, go to Nightclub and so practice. Is this a thing in America where you actually do a dance routine in the nightclub floor? Because that's what they're practicing.
We did that.
We did it once, okay, because we
used to do hip hop lessons, and we went clubbing that night, and they played Khalees to the song that we choreographed. So in the middle of a nightclub, we did a choreographed dance.
Okay, but it's not my proudest moment.
Not only America,
but it's
happened
not
in
a
Australia.
thing. It's not as if you start doing choreographed dance and everyone around you gives you a circle and watches you. That doesn't happen.
No.
Does it happen in America? I don't know, because it happens in the movies.
In the movies. In Prom, they do that.
Yes.
Maybe in Greece as well with John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John.
Yeah.
Didn't they form a circle? Lots of circles get formed.
Yes. That doesn't happen.
It happened in high school. And you remember they have the dancing circle and one person jumps in and does a dance?
Yeah, yeah.
And it's your turn, like, I don't want to. I start with confidence and I end with none.
But anyways, they're practicing this dance and then they go to the dance floor and start doing it. Again, I have to show it to you. There's this one move where they're like doing like this. Oh my God, it's so bad. And this girl goes, who wants to be with Derek. Watch me squash this or something like that. And so she comes along, starts, doing her booty dance, and then Derek starts dancing with her. It's like, how can you were just dancing with Julia Stiles? How can you just forget about her?
It wasn't about the choreographed dance, Mez. It was about the sex appeal, and he went for the sex appeal and not for the routine.
Then all of a sudden, it's like, oh shit, forget about that. My dick got in the way.
It's so funny because I always remember Save the Last Dance as being on when I had a UTI, and it's always had that like getting me through the night kind of moment. So it was always the movie that was there, but nothing that I would watch on repeat, kind of thing.
It's for me, it's a bit of nothing movie, but it was a big one of the time.
It was a big one for a time, but nothing I would stay home for, nothing that I would go out of my way for.
No, but I must have watched it enough times that I actually remember a lot of it.
Yeah, same. Dance movies were quite a thing.
They were a thing
back in the early 2000s, yeah.
Yes, you're
Honey.
right. Yep.
Coyote Ugly.
Center Stage.
I love Center Stage.
Yep. And the Step Up with Channing Tatum. You're right. It was a thing of the era.
And what do we have now? Magic Mike.
It was Magic Mike.
It was Magic Mike now, but that's like based on strippers and their storyline.
Yeah.
Well, but this had a storyline.
Not much of a storyline. Anyway, in the end, she does an audition for Juilliard with the worst freaking audition ever. I actually got in with that. And you know when you see a dance scene and you see the judges go, ooh, man, what the shit? It's bad.
That's kind of like how I felt about the Olympics last year.
Like with the ceremony.
Ray-Gun.
Oh, with Ray-Gun. It wasn't as bad as Ray-Gun. Was it Juilliard style? I'm no expert, but I'd say no.
So who did it better? For me,
girls.
Save the Last Dance.
Like, no way. 100% girls just want to have
Girls
fun.
just want to have fun. I reckon I've watched it 20 times.
Yep.
As a teen, I'll watch it again now.
Yes, it's annihilated the competition. Sorry, Julia Stiles. Change your acting style.
Julia, change your acting style.
Thank you, everyone, for listening.
It's been a great show. Thanks, Mez.
Thanks, fun.
And please subscribe. We know we say it all the time, but share it with your friends. We really would love to grow and we want you on the journey with us. So spread the love.
Spread the word.
Of the midlifers. Take your Voltaren, take your vitamin D, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.